Hello, hello, my planty friends. My name is Kia, and I run here for a good time. I've been sick for about a month, and I'm actually going on week 5 now, and I was beginning to neglect my plant room. So I'm gonna bring you along with me while I clean it and water everything, and you can just sort of see the process that I go through every week. Now, in the winter, I do water my plants more often. I keep the vents open so the heat will come through here, and I keep the door shut to keep my animals out and to keep the heat in. And because of this, it is a lot more dry in this room. So I either sometimes run a humidifier. As of late, I have not, but I do have to water my plants about roughly every 4 days. It really just depends on how the weather is going outside. Also, please excuse the way that I'm dressed. I know that the pocket on my pants is ripped and I'm just looking extra cozy right now. So we're just gonna ignore that for the time being, and yeah. So obviously you can see that I have a bunch of jugs on the floor, and I fill them with water in the tub. Basically, I let them sit for a couple of days. I will take a fertilizer that I use called Foliage Focus, this stuff right here. This stuff is wonderful. If you follow any influencer type plant people, you may have already heard it talked about, but it really does work in my opinion. I use it every time I water my plants, so that's usually about once a week. And I take a cap full and pour it into each jug. Now, on the instructions, I believe you can do more than a cap, but I just keep it at a cap full of it. And then I will go around and I just water my entire plant room. You can see a few of the shelves in this area that I'm watering right now. And 2 out of the 3 shelves are, well, I should say 1.5 out of the 3 shelves are actually plants for sale. And then on the other side of the room, I have more plants for sale. So it's a bit spread out. The plant room is very tiny. It's just a 3rd bedroom in my house that I turned into a room for plants. But it seems to work out great for me. So for the time being, until I grow my business more, this is what I'm working with. So I've been propagating like crazy lately, and I'm actually starting to run out of room. So I guess I need to start selling soon. I should have already been doing that this whole time, but like I said, I've been sick. It's actually something that I'm going to start implementing more often, where I'm being more consistent about it. I think that's my biggest downfall right now, is consistency, but I'm working on it, and I'm gonna start listing things tonight. So keep an eye out for that. So as you can see, I have some dead yellow leaves hanging on several of these vines on the pothos. I will go through and just pick those off. Any dead leaves, any leaves that are fully yellow and or brown and crispy. So after pulling off all the dead leaves, watering everything, I'll go into the bathroom, take my jugs with me, and I'll rinse them out so there's no residue left over from anything that could be in the fertilizer. And I make sure to stack them back up where I originally had them, which is I just put mine on top of the shelf. For now, it's the best place for them, so they're not on the floor, but I might find another place later. Then I go through and I chop sad, dead leaves that are too big to pull off without damaging the plant. The last thing I want to do is to try to pull a leaf off and then snap my whole plant in half. Makes me sad. Pretty sure I've done it like once in the past, and that was enough for me. So I'll just chop them, and then I go around and I spray with my Captain Jack's Dead Bug Spray. There might be something better out there that I don't know about, but for the time being, because it is such a small plant room, I don't really need something super crazy. So in the middle of this video, I actually ran out of that, and I switched over to my neem oil spray. I can't say whether I really like one or the other more, but I do think that they both work really, really well. I actually use the Captain Jack's Dead Bug Spray more than I use the neem oil, and the reason for that is that the neem oil, if you've ever used it, you know that it smells very strongly. I can't explain what it smells like, but it's a very strong odor that I don't really want in my enclosed room. So it takes a while for that smell to go away. when I was done spraying, I was looking around the floor and I noticed that this gigantic rhizome off of my string of glory fell at some point, and so I picked it up and I just stuck it right back in the soil, and it should start sprouting new little vines out of it. It was a pretty big one too, so I was excited about that. And I actually need to go through and start kind of chopping and propping my strings of things, because while they're getting very long, they're not very luscious. And I might show that in another video if I do a plant room tour. But I moved on after that to sweeping the floor. I had to clean out that Papasan chair though. I had thrown a few random things and a ton of papers and mail just in this chair and then never got back to it. So we're taking this out. I'm gonna organize it, go through it, be done with it. So the chair is clear, the floor will be clean, plants are watered and sprayed and pruned, and everything's starting to look really nice again. So I just finished up vacuuming off film. I didn't want to bore you guys with all that. And then here we are at the very end, and the plant room looks nice and new looking. Again, I am really excited to at some point be able to show you guys everything in here. And I know this video was kind of short, but I just really wanted to get back to the consistency of being able to talk to you guys and just show you through the process of what I do and just sort of bring you with me while I run my business. I'm just really excited to connect with everybody. If there's anything in the video that you noticed or had questions about what I use, etc., just leave a comment down below and I will try to answer it in the next video. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.